Hi Pisces, welcome to your weekly reading. I am bringing you messages for the 1st through the 15th of March. Not really date specific, I just like to let you know when it's being recorded and uploaded. But if you see the title and it speaks to you, and you watch the reading and it speaks to you, then it's your message no matter when you come upon it. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope you will click subscribe right now. And for those who are returning, thank you so much. We are growing this channel together. It is a team effort. I appreciate you more than I can say. So what happens is when you post comments and you ask questions, or, obviously if the more positive you phrase your questions, the more likely you're to get a reply. But what happens is I learn what it is, the questions you're asking help me determine the content to post. So this week's focus still on twin flames, but I'm focusing on twin flames and separation. 2 weeks ago, I was just looking at the masculine in these connections. Last week, I looked at, where you are, how you got here, and where you're going. But there were questions for people who are not in union, for people who are in separation and have little to zero communication with their counterparts. So this week's readings are about that, Pisces, okay? So if you're here watching, whether you're a feminine or a masculine, and you're in separation, but you have a connection with a counterpart, but you're not together, you're not communicating, or the communication is far and few between, then you are my audience for this reading. And if it doesn't resonate, you can always watch the video in this series that relates to your rising sign, since that's the face we show to the world and often how people perceive us. Venus is another good option because, that's how we are in relationships. But being that you're in separation, I think the rising sign would be more helpful. That being said, I am pulling cards for you today from the Enchanted Map. Just for you, Pisces, Rescue, Home in Reverse, and Ghostlands in Reverse. Wow. The Ghostlands in Reverse actually looks like it's showing, it's showing the zodiac signs. Interesting. Oh, I can't wait to see that one. So, card 17, I'm going to start right there because I haven't seen this one in a while, at least not in reverse. So, Ghostlands in reverse. When the Ghostlands card appears reversed, it's a sign that you're wandering in an emotional or intellectual place with no real substance. There's no point longing for that which has already gone or hasn't happened yet. Perhaps you've created a fantasy of the good old days or some elusive utopian destination that lies somewhere in the future when this or that happens to make things better. Live one day at a time. Each day is a new beginning filled with truth and beauty. Stay away from the ghostlands of past and future. Avoid nostalgia and longing for something better. Find joy in what is present in your life today. I could do like another 30 minutes just on this card alone. Because what it's telling you here, Pisces, is if you focus on what you had but lost, it's not going to bring to you what you want. And if you're focused on a fantasy of what might be, that isn't going to bring it to you either. You have to be in joy in the moment. And I know that's a little lectury, but I feel like that the 17 card 1 and 7 being 8 doing the work. I feel like the work for you today, Pisces, is to get out of the dream state into reality, find joy in the everyday life that you're living. It's okay to hold your divine counterpart close in your heart, but when we get into headspaces, past and future, we lose sight of all the opportunities that are being presented to us in the moment that we can learn from, that will inform our connection and be more useful, if you get my drift. Okay. So, we also have card 27 here in reverse. If you don't feel at home, it's time to do a thorough and fearless inventory. What are you hiding from? Are you afraid of being yourself? Do you feel that you don't belong where you are? What if you choose another path? Does your understanding of home perhaps dictate that such a place must be unsafe, unstable, or unfulfilling? It's time to love yourself and create a new sense of safety and security within. Wow. So these two cards are so aligned, 27 and 17. We have an 8 and a 9. Numerologically, I feel like there's a progression here. Yeah, we have 7, 8, and 9 because 16. Wow, beautiful. Let's look at card 16. That is upright and it's called rescue. You are always safe and secure and free to be yourself. Wow, these are so aligned. Asking for help isn't easy for many successful people. However, that's what you need to do now as you expand your life. Well, I kind of feel like you're doing that here. The most important support you can get is from spirit. Get into a relationship with the divine, into a right relationship with the divine, and you'll see that many conditions line up as if by magic to provide you with all the help you need. Ask and you will receive. There is no need to fear. Safety is a place within. So these two cards are talking about safety, security, feeling at home in your own skin. It's about self-love, finding a sense of safety in your connection to your higher self and to your spiritual team, to the divine, however that presents for you. This card is about, in revert, not living in the past and not fantasizing about the future. So there's some energy here, and there's 7, 8, and 9 numerologically. This the 7 card of rescue, for me, because it talks about the divine, 7s are very spiritual. So I just feel like you're being pointed, Pisces, to a more spiritual perspective. That's where you'll find your safety. That's where you'll find comfort with yourself, a sense of home within yourself. And that's where past and present will converge in the now. Oh my gosh, I'm glad I just recorded that because I'll never remember that I said it or how it came out. Ooh, okay. So, as I said, Pisces, we are looking at twin flames in separation here. I'm laying out the energy right now of divine masculine, divine feminine. Okay, divine masculine, 7 of cups. We got a 7 card here. Kind of overwhelmed on an emotional level. This could be you, Pisces, if you're showing up as the masculine. If you're not the masculine, then the masculine you're dealing with is in a state of overwhelm, emotional overwhelm. They may perceive that they have a lot of options. This is the energy of fantasy. This is the energy of like, oh my gosh, there's too much to process here. In my wildest dreams, ... In an ideal world, in an alternative universe, ... It's like being too overwhelmed to deal with things in the here and now and projecting out into some fantasy or illusionary reality. Feminine comes through with 7 of Swords. So that is an energy of, I feel this person is walking through the door, but looking back, they're carrying 5 swords, but looking back at the 2 they've left behind. And you know the 2 of Swords is indecision, right? And the 5 of Swords is like an unfair fight. It's a little manipulative. So I almost feel like there's a pattern here that this feminine is stepping forward saying, yeah, I'm not so sure, indecision, that this is going to work out to my advantage. Or that it's working out to my advantage. Now I'm going to pull the energy of the connection. So there may be a third party, or may have been in the past a third party. I get that because the way I'm looking at it, this 7 of Swords is looking back over his shoulder at the 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups can often mean there's third party energy here. All right. So the divine masculine looks at how they see this connection. Sort of from the worldview of stability. King of Pentacles is high vibration, groundedness, and stability, but there's like a air of compassion there. There's an energy of a giving over of time, resources, energy, whatever. So I kind of feel like the masculine almost sees himself in this role. I know it's about how they see the connection, but I feel it's more about their role in the connection. The King of Pentacles, obviously Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn here. But it's just, to me, it feels like they see themselves as husband material. There, I said it. It's just an energy. Don't anyone panic. The feminine comes through here as Page of Wands. This card, to me, with everything that's laid out, how feminine sees this connection is potentially as a one-night stand, like a passing flirtation that might move into the physical, Pisces, and I feel that the feminine is concerned about that. I feel the feminine is concerned they're being played, and that is what may have led to the separation. Or you've been in separation here, Pisces, and the feminine is concerned there's another party that's been brought into the picture that they're unaware of. That Seven of Swords can be lying, cheating, stealing. So the part where something's being kept, like you're not seeing things aren't being shown to you very clearly. In the extended, I'm going to pull how the masculine feels about the feminine, how the feminine feels about the masculine, and blocks and challenges to love in this connection, as well as an action step or advice from spirit, and then outcome. Timing, if it's meant to show up, it would show up in that outcome position. Seven of Cups, masculine here. What's the overwhelm? Yeah, there's the Two of Swords I was just talking about. They're of two minds. With regard to a Nine of Pentacles, this is energy of Virgo, a single person, someone who's very independent. Nine of Wands, kind of feeling like they're not sure they can push on much further. At the end of their rope. Feminine here with the Seven of Swords. Wow. There's the Queen of Pentacles now. So we have the King and Queen of Pentacles. The Seven of Swords for this feminine, it's like, because you're in separation, if you're here as the feminine, Pisces, you're summoning up the strength, that is a card of Leo, summoning up the strength and the courage to persevere, to overcome whatever this Seven of Swords energy is, which to me feels like it's out of balance. It's something that isn't, it feels like someone isn't being on the level with you. And I'm speaking to the feminine now for those watching. And there's some inequity. Six of Pentacles is about fairness, balance, equal give and take, reciprocity, an equitable situation, and I feel that that's what's missing here. You're trying to persevere to make something balance out and doing the best you can to take care of yourself. Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is wife material to the husband material of the King. So I do feel that in this connection, there is a grounded energy that could lead to life partnership. There's enough grounding here in this connection. And high vibration. We've got a king and a queen. So I do feel that there is an eye in this connection toward the stability, toward groundedness. And it's the feminine who isn't sure that that's what's being offered. And therefore the separation has feminine feeling out of balance and kind of like snookered. And the masculine is in overwhelming indecision and just doesn't know what to do. Beside himself. Yeah. How does this masculine feel about the connection? That is what I'm reading here. King of Pentacles, judgment. Judgment is reconciliation, answering the call of the connection. The call of this connection is divine, being called up by the angel of judgment, a card of Scorpio, just for those who are playing along. And I just feel like this masculine is feeling stable and grounded enough for a reconciliation, for reunion. Temperance, balancing their energies. This is good. Balancing the energies, tempering their own desires. You know, they're in their feels right now. That's creating some confusion, and wow, there's a Ten of Wands wanting to lay the burden down. Whoa. It's masculine. I feel like the masculine's doing a lot of work here. Energetically, to try to figure out a way to bring about a reunion, bring about a reconciliation, so that they can offload this energy, the energy of the Seven of Cups and the Two of Swords. The feminine, dear Pisces, let's see the feminine. Endings and new beginnings. Aquarius and Capricorn in that card. Walking away, Eight of Cups. One more, please. All right. Underneath the deck is this, and this came up in the Aquarius reading too, this 5 underneath. So it's like a subconscious, it's an unconscious energetic response to something that went wrong in the past. What went wrong in the past? The Three of Cups. Where's the Three of Cups? Boom. Energy of this connection. So I'm going to get to that in a minute, but I kind of wanted to understand the players a little bit better before I took a peek at this. So I'm definitely convinced there was third-party energy here, or there is third-party energy that the feminine is pretty sure is happening, but doesn't have complete clarity about. Seven of Swords. Underneath, there's this focus on that, focus on regret, focus on loss, grief, sadness, what hasn't gone right. Focusing on the Three of Cups instead of the Two of Cups that's standing right there behind that figure. And we also have the High Priestess, so the feminine is just not communicating and really moving very slowly with regard to this exit strategy. I feel like the feminine, the way the feminine feels about the connection isn't sure that it's got any staying power. The Page of Wands being a messenger of passion and, impulsive pleasures of the flesh, let's say, doesn't feel, it feels to me like the feminine is seeing this as, was I just being used? I'll just say it that way. And endings and new beginnings with the World, and then the Eight of Cups, sort of seeing it as like, should I close the door on this connection? Should I end this chapter permanently and open myself to somebody new? And yet we have that is being slow rolled. Knight of Pentacles, very slow exit strategy and not really communicating about it. There's hidden feelings here. So Pisces, and this is a card of Pisces, when you show up here in your own reading, it tells me a lot. It tells me that for those of you who are the feminine Pisces, your feelings run a little deeper than you're willing to admit right now, or maybe that you can handle right now. You're trying to move on from this connection that's rolling out very slowly. You're really working on connecting to your higher self, very spiritual, very intuitive, really going on intuition, probably receiving a lot of energetic messages from the masculine, and you're just too focused on the past. I'm saying that for a reason, because we had this Ghostlands card come out, right? And this rescue. The rescue card was talking about divinity. Well, that's here in the High Priestess, but that energy can't help you if you're stuck in the past. The pain of the past, the loss of the past. I'm not saying that it didn't hurt. I'm not saying that it's easy to let go of it. I'm saying that's a potential block here. That's the potential block right here. Three of Cups in this connection, energy of the connection. Hang on, Pisces. way. Oh my gosh. All right. I'm taking these 2. I'm taking these 3. Okay. Are you ready? This is all under the deck, so it isn't the prominent energy, but it's kind of underlying everything. What I pulled here was 3 of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, clarified, 3 of Cups. I almost feel like Spirit's telling me if there was third-party energy, I'm not feeling that it's there right now. I feel fate has moved in the favor of the connection to a point where there's an opportunity for celebration. With the Wheel and the 3 of Cups together, that to me is timing with regard to like the next upcoming holiday, some celebratory energetic occasion. Could be Easter if you're watching now in March, right? It could be Easter. Because that feels like fate is driving the 2 of you toward some celebratory energy. And I'm thinking, okay, well, 3 of Cups on the... I thought this was all about third-party energy. Last card out, 10 of Pentacles. So I do feel that there is life partnership potential here that will be celebrated in time. This is a real turn of events. I did not see that coming. I'm going to tell you right now, you won't get there if you're in this energy. You won't get there. But the masculine's already in the energy of the King of Pentacles, so that 10 of Pentacles makes sense. We clarify the energy of the feminine with the Queen of Pentacles. So there are 2 people ready to embrace the energy of life partnership. Building a life together, I should say. And the masculine in the energy of judgment and temperance, balancing the energies and preparing for reunion. Underneath this, what energy is underneath this? Fear. About who? The masculine, or by who? The masculine, Emperor, and the 4 of Cups. The 4 of Cups in this case feels to me like a potential missed opportunity. Someone may miss out here because of their fear. Either the masculine in their fear, because 7 of Cups and 2 of Swords, or the feminine in their fear of repeating the pain of the past. The feminine's fear that may send, the fear that there may be somebody else involved and this person, this masculine, isn't being truthful or honest. Or there could be other players involved, and the feminine's fear of that will create, either way, you know who you are. If this is speaking to you and you're like, yep, guilty as charged, then this may be a missed opportunity. There's the Hand of Spirit offering an Ace of Cups, and this person's all focused on how many? 3. So we have 3 of Cups, 3 of Cups, and look at this 3 here, and look at the 3 here. I feel I'm being given a very serious energetic hint from Spirit that the third-party energy, if it was there, is no longer there and is being dealt with. Is being dealt with. I feel this masculine is reaching a point where they're just about to give up, but they haven't yet. Persevering a little bit more, trying to weigh and balance their energies to be ready for a reconciliation or reunion. Wow. This one's gone long. I know I'm trying to keep them shorter these days, but this is a very intense connection, and I feel like I just got the big clue at the end. If you feel this is speaking to you, the link to the extended is just in the first couple lines in the description box. You can meet me over there in a minute. Otherwise, have a good rest of your week, Pisces, and remember, stay in the present moment. That's going to be a big, big help to you. Talk to you soon. Bye.